In the quiet hours before dawn, when the world still feels unfinished and the air hangs heavy with anticipation, there is a sound that defines an era: a high-pitched engine scream echoing through the valleys of Europe's race circuits. It is the sound of relentless pursuit, of precision stretched to its limits, of a man chasing perfection at speeds where hesitation becomes failure. Michael Schumacher's story does not begin under floodlights or champagne spray, but in the cold concrete corridors of a small German kart track, where ambition was shaped not by privilege, but by repetition, sacrifice, and an unbreakable bond between father and son. His journey is not merely about victories counted and records broken, but about control in chaos, focus under unbearable pressure, and the quiet determination to be better tomorrow than he was today. From the gravel traps of early karting to the global stage of Formula One, Schumacher's life would become a study in dominance, controversy, discipline, and human resilience. This is a story of speed, yes, but more importantly, of will. Michael Schumacher was born on January 3, 1969, in Herth, a small town near Cologne in what was then West Germany. His father, Rolf Schumacher, worked as a bricklayer before taking a job as a caretaker at the local kart track in Kerpen. His mother, Elizabeth, ran the track's canteen, serving food to racers and families who spent weekends chasing lap times and trophies. Motorsport was not a distant dream in the Schumacher household, it was part of daily life. When Michael was just 4 years old, Rolf fitted a small engine to a pedal kart, creating a machine that would introduce his son to the sensation of speed. What began as a simple father-son activity quickly revealed something extraordinary. Michael showed balance, coordination, and an instinctive understanding of how machines behaved at their limits. He didn't just drive the kart, he felt it. Money was tight. Racing is an expensive pursuit, and the Schumacher family did not have the means to compete freely. Tires were reused, engines were repaired rather than replaced. Michael learned early that effort mattered more than equipment. When snow fell in winter, Rolf installed studded tires so his son could continue practicing on icy surfaces. This unintended training built a rare sensitivity to grip and control, a skill that would later define Schumacher's ability to drive in wet conditions when others struggled. By the age of 6, he was competing in kart races. By his teens, he was winning them. Karting became the foundation of Schumacher's racing philosophy. He trained obsessively, racing whenever possible, analyzing his performance, and pushing himself to improve. In 1984 and 1985, he won the German Junior Kart Championship. In 1987, he captured the German and European Kart Championships, establishing himself as one of the most promising young drivers on the continent. Yet even as his reputation grew, financial constraints remained. Support came from small sponsors and from the karting community itself, which recognized his talent and work ethic. Schumacher learned to appreciate every opportunity, knowing nothing was guaranteed. In 1988, Schumacher moved into car racing, competing in the German Formula Ford and Formula Ning series. The transition from karts to single-seaters can derail many careers, but Schumacher adapted quickly. His smooth inputs, technical feedback, and relentless consistency impressed engineers and team managers. By 1990, he was racing in Formula 3, where he won the German Formula 3 Championship. That same year, he joined the Mercedes-backed junior sports car program, competing in the World Sports Car Championship. Racing powerful prototypes alongside experienced drivers, Schumacher demonstrated maturity beyond his years. He learned strategy, endurance, and teamwork skills that would later translate seamlessly to Formula One. The defining moment came in August 1991. Ed Jordan, owner of the Jordan Formula One team, needed a replacement driver for the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps. Schumacher was recommended based on his Mercedes backing and reputation. Despite having never raced at Spa in a Formula One car, Schumacher studied the circuit by bicycle, memorizing every corner. In qualifying, he stunned the paddock by placing 7th. Though his race ended early due to a clutch failure, the message was clear: a star had arrived. Within days, Schumacher was signed by Benetton, a team on the rise. His first full Formula One season came in 1992, and he wasted no time making history. At the Belgian Grand Prix, he claimed his first career victory, mastering changing conditions with composure far beyond his experience. He finished the season 3rd in the championship, behind Ayrton Senna and Nigel Mansell. Observers noted not just his speed, but his discipline. Schumacher was methodical, precise, and relentlessly focused. In 1994, Schumacher entered the season as a title contender. The year was marked by tragedy, most notably the death of Ayrton Senna at Imola. Amid the emotional weight and intense scrutiny, Schumacher remained focused. Driving the Benetton B194, he won 8 races and claimed his first world championship. The season was controversial, with disputes over technical regulations and a decisive collision at the final race in Adelaide. Schumacher was crowned champion, but debate followed. He absorbed the criticism quietly, rarely engaging publicly, choosing instead to let results speak. He defended his title in 1995, winning 9 races and securing the championship with races to spare. Benetton had proven capable, but Schumacher was ready for a new challenge. In a move that would define his legacy, he signed with Ferrari for the 1996 season. Ferrari was the most iconic team in Formula One history, but also one that had not won a driver's championship since 1979. The task ahead was enormous. Schumacher approached Ferrari not as a savior, but as a builder. He brought with him trusted engineers, including Ross Brawn and Rory Byrne. The early years were difficult. Ferrari was competitive but unreliable. Mechanical failures cost victories. Mistakes were punished harshly. Schumacher endured crashes, disqualifications, and seasons where the championship slipped away. Yet through it all, he worked tirelessly with the team, testing relentlessly, providing detailed feedback, and demanding excellence not only from others, but from himself. In 1997 and 1998, Schumacher fought for the championship until the final races. There were controversies, including a collision with Jacques Villeneuve in 1997 that resulted in Schumacher being disqualified from the championship standings. In 1999, his momentum was halted by a broken leg sustained in a high-speed crash at Silverstone. For weeks, his future was uncertain. He returned late in the season, not to chase personal glory, but to support his teammate Ed Irvine's title bid. Then came the turning point. In 2000, Ferrari delivered a car capable of matching Schumacher's ambitions. He won 9 races and secured Ferrari's first driver's championship in 21 years. When he crossed the line at Suzuka, emotion poured out not just from Schumacher, but from an entire team that had waited decades for redemption. It was the beginning of an era unlike any other. From 2001 to 2004, Schumacher dominated Formula One. He won 5 consecutive world championships with Ferrari, breaking records for victories, poles, fastest laps, and points. In 2002, he finished every race on the podium. In 2004, he won 13 of 18 races. His preparation became legendary. Schumacher trained like an endurance athlete, focusing on cardiovascular fitness, reaction time, and mental resilience. He worked long hours with engineers, analyzing data late into the night. On race weekends, he followed strict routines, maintaining focus amid pressure that would overwhelm most competitors. Yet dominance brought criticism. Some fans accused Schumacher of lacking flair. Others pointed to aggressive driving incidents as evidence of unsporting behavior. Schumacher acknowledged mistakes when warranted but never apologized for wanting to win. To him, racing was a craft, not a popularity contest. Respect, he believed, was earned through commitment and results. In 2006, Schumacher announced his retirement from Formula One. He ended his Ferrari career with 91 victories and 7 world championships, records that stood for years. The paddock paid tribute, recognizing that an era had closed. Schumacher stepped away quietly, taking on an advisory role at Ferrari and spending time with his family, but retirement did not last. In 2010, Schumacher returned to Formula One with the newly formed Mercedes Works team. Expectations were immense. The sport had changed, and Schumacher was no longer the benchmark. He struggled to match younger competitors, yet flashes of brilliance remained. In 2012, he secured a pole position in Monaco, demonstrating that instinct and speed never truly fade. At the end of that season, Schumacher retired for the second time, this time permanently. Away from racing, Schumacher was known to be private, deeply protective of his family life. He married Corinne Naubetsch in 1995, and they had 2 children, Gina Maria and Mick. Schumacher supported numerous charitable causes, including UNICEF, and was known for quiet generosity rarely publicized. On December 29, 2013, Schumacher suffered a severe head injury in a skiing accident in the French Alps. The news shocked the world. Updates were scarce, as the family requested privacy. Schumacher's recovery has remained a private matter, handled with dignity and discretion. The motorsport community continues to honor his legacy, not with speculation, but with respect. Michael Schumacher's impact on Formula One is immeasurable. He redefined professionalism, preparation, and the role of a driver within a team.